Hi, third grade. Today we're going to wrap up our bonus unit by completing the week 2, day 5 lesson. So that means we'll be taking the unit test here in a moment. Before we do that, I wanted to do our drill sounds warm up, but it's going to look a little bit different today because in my hand I have some index cards that have some prefixes that we've been talking about during this bonus unit and some. Nope, that's still a prefix. Where are my, here they are in red. I have my Latin roots. So for our drill sounds warm up today, we're just going to read the index cards. Okay, are you ready? Go. Dis, ear. This one's different. It is ear. Like think of the word irresponsible. It means not. If you're irresponsible, you're not being responsible. Good. Try this one. Re, pro, E, D, pre. Looks like those were a lot of our open ones, right? Oh, now what? X, that's closed. Non, miss, un, sub, trans, ill, im, in, m, con, n. All right, here's some of our roots. Go. Min, dict, duct, fect, junked, cyst. Whoa, sorry. This one, spec and tract. Very good. I also have some still on my board from our previous lesson. They were scrib, struct, to build, ject, fract, to break, lect, to choose, like select. All right, nice job with your drill sounds. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get out our composition books so that we can take the unit test. Now, these directions are going to be a little bit different. So if you're at home and you didn't pick up the composition book, please write this down on a sheet of paper, okay? You're turning to pages 72 and 73 in the back of your composition book if you have it. 72 and 73. And of course, as always, you're going to go ahead and write up the date at the top. And I want you to write test for unit number. I'm actually going to have you say bonus unit. Okay, so if you need help with spelling bonus unit, there it is. And just put whatever date it is today. Okay, that should go on the top of page 72. Now, the first part is going to be what you're used to. It's a sound section. So on page 72, your first sound. Are you ready? It is I. Say it. I. 3 things, third grade, that you should be writing for I. Okay, pause the video. And now we'll do number 2. Move across. Your second sound is ch. Say it. Ch. 2 things. Okay, next row. Number 3. Z. Say it. Z. 2 sounds. And number 4. Your last sound is ah. Say it. Ah. 3 things. Write neatly and make sure you're putting commas to separate. Okay, so real quick to review those sounds. Number 1, did you get 3 sounds for I? Check your work. Number 2, 2 things written for ch. Number 3, 2 things written for z. And number 4, 3 things written for ah. Okay, great. Now, the next section I know on page 72 already says sound-alike words, but we're not going to use sound-alike words here. So just cross it off with your pencil, and I actually want you to write in, above that, real small, prefixes. We've learned in this bonus unit that prefixes get attached to the beginning of words before the word or the Latin root to make a new word, and it changes the meaning. Okay, so I crossed off sound-alike words and I made it say prefixes. Are you ready for your first prefix? And these ones you're just going to spell. And yes, if you have your student notebook, you know that you're allowed to use your tools or your reference materials to refer to for help. Pages 42 and 43 in your Castle student notebook have a list of all of your prefixes and your Latin roots. So really, this should be a really good unit test score for you if you are being careful. All right, prefix number 1 is trans. Say it. Trans. All you're doing is spelling it. You don't need to mark it. Number 2, pre. Pre. Number 3, dis. Dis. And number 4, your last prefix is pro. Pro. So you should have trans, pre, dis, and pro. Did you check your work? Okay, move down to the next section that says words, and you're actually going to cross that off too. You're going to write roots. These are going to be the Latin roots that we've talked about. So take a look how I just adjusted that. Okay, and let's get ready for root number 1. Again, you're just spelling it. You're not marking these. Okay. The first root is fract. Say it. Fract. Go ahead and spell that. Number 2, struct. Say it. Struct. Number 3, scrib. Scrib. Make sure you're pausing and giving yourself time. Number 4, ject. Ject. And you can be tapping these out. J-E-K-T. Ject. The last one, number 5, dict. D-I-C-T. Dict. All right, so I'm going to repeat those roots one more time. 1, fract. 2 was struct. 3, scrib. 4, ject. And 5, dict. Okay, now there's a little extra step with this unit test. So for this next part, you are going to, I'm not showing you answers, right? Because this is our unit test to see what we know independently. But here now you should have your 5 Latin roots written down, right? I'm going to give you a meaning, and you're going to put a number beside that root that has that meaning. Okay, so for example, the word is build. Which one of those Latin roots means build? Touch it with your finger. And if you don't know, check your resource on page 43 in your student notebook. Which one means build? Fract, struct, scrib, ject, dict. Look up those 5 and see. Whenever you have it, you're going to put a number 1 beside that word that you wrote here. Okay, so whichever one you chose, you're going to put a little dash and then go ahead and write in the number 1 for whichever one of those roots means build. Okay, now my next word, break. Look at the 4 that you have left. Which one of those means break? Put a number 2 beside that word. I shouldn't be saying word. It's a habit. Beside that root. Okay. The next thing is speak. So now you should only have 3 left that you're looking at. Which one of those Latin roots means speak? Put a number 3 next to that one. Okay, my next one is write. Look at it, 2 left. Which one left means write, W-R-I-T-E? Put a number 4 beside it. And then hopefully the one that you have left means throw. Put a number 5 beside the Latin root that means throw. Okay? All right, now we're going to move over, and yes, you will have 2 sentences to write on page 73 in your composition book. So, this is the last part. Take your time and be careful. All right? The first sentence. Here we go. They will be inspecting. Start with that part. They will be inspecting. Think about that word inspecting. You don't need to mark it. You're just spelling it. They will be in, prefix, spect. That's a root. Inspecting. They will be inspecting the unsafe lockers on Saturday. One more time. They will be inspecting the unsafe lockers on Saturday. So I do want to let you know that you will be getting a point for spelling the word inspecting. You will be getting a point for unsafe. You will also be getting a point for lockers. It's plural, lockers. And you will be getting a point if you spell Saturday. That's a trick word, Saturday. As always, please check for capitalization, punctuation, and then when you're confident with sentence 1, scoop it. They will be inspecting the unsafe lockers on Saturday. All right, sentence number 2. We predicted there's a suffix on that one. There's a prefix, a Latin root, and a suffix. See how all these things are coming together. We predicted that the impolite kids listen to impolite, that's tricky. People get the wrong prefix. Impolite. We predicted that the impolite kids are not with that family. I'll read it again. We predicted that the impolite kids are not with that family. Okay, you can get 3 points here. Predicted, impolite, family. Check capital letters, check punctuation, and scoop it when you're confident. We predicted that the impolite kids are not with that family. All right, third grade. I hope you did your best. If you need anything repeated, just rewind the video and you can listen to it again. Have a great day.